Lots of people have asked me to show my busking situation for how I handle busking here at the church. So I'm going to show you that now. So the way I have my cues set up is in my cues I have certain data including the colors, gobos, and positions. And I kind of have the lights in this base position. The dimmer values that I've chosen to store my cues are 100% for my air spots, my floor spots, and my floor pixels, and all of my washes. Now, if you look at the stage, we have some pixels in the air that you can kind of see now. In my cues, they are off. So these right here are group masters. I have group master for floor pixels, all washes, air pixels, air spots, and floor spots. So I can limit all of these individually. But with these at 100, all of my lights are at 100% except for the air pixels, which are at 0. This is so that I can limit the output of most of these, but have them default to being on all the way. But my air pixels, I don't want to default to being on, and you'll see why in a minute. For one thing, they're incredibly bright. For another thing, I want to be able to have only certain pixels on and not others. So I want the default to be 0. So starting from there, I'm going to, let's say we're in the beginning of a low song. I'm going to turn down my house lights just because. I'm going to start with my wash lights, probably maybe this high, floor pixels on, and these lights all off. Now, these two faders right here are going to be determining how high up my washes and spots are tilted. Now, everything's color-coded, okay? Anything green has to do with pixel bars, anything blue has to do with washes, anything orange has to do with spots. This dark orange means that it has to do with all of the spots, whereas the light orange means it's a subgroup of spots. And so these faders right here affect how high out the lights are tilting. So when I turn this up, the lights tilt out towards me. Now I use my buttons down here for dimmer values. So the lights are on by default or off in the case of air pixels, but my buttons down here are going to give them dimmer values. So these are all going to start dimmer effects running on the lights, and all of them have multiple cues. So if we look at one of these sequences, we'll go with this one. The first cue dims the lights from 0 to 100%. The second cue takes it to 25 to 100%, and the third cue 50 to 100. All of these buttons do the same exact thing, just for a different group of lights. The air pixels, actually, the high value is lower, and it depends on whether they're the ones in the middle or the ones on the sides, because the air pixels look a lot brighter, so we can't take them to 100%. So we use these buttons to give them a regular dimmer sign, right? Then we have some more buttons up here. Now, this row for me is different other alternate effects that I can do. So floor pixels, blocks of 4 instead of 1 by 1 dimming. Washes tilt, so just doing an actual movement effect. This is wash pan. This is my air pixels, blocks of 4. This is my air spots and floor spots tilt and pan, and then I have pan and tilt here because I tilt my air spots before I pan them, and I pan my floor spots before I tilt them. Just because I do want my air spots to be more in the house, I do not want my floor spots to be hitting people in the faces. Then over here we have some more effects. So I love to do washes and spots like fading how saturated they are. So I have RGB -25 to 0 on the first cue, negative to positive 25 saturation on the second one, 0 to 50 on the third, and then stomp at relative 30 on the fourth one. So I have those for washes and spots. Then I have, these are all dimmer effects, all of these actually. Again, washes, spots, saturation, pop. These are dimmer pop, these are dimmer pop on, fade off, and these ones fade on and pop off. And then I have several effects for my air pixels here. So that's kind of why I have my air pixels at 0 by default, is because I do not want my air pixels to be just on before I start these. So I like to turn on my 4s, my 3s, or my 2s group, and then we only have some dimming, and it's a more alternated effect, and it looks a lot better in my opinion than just having them all dimming all the time. This is too bright, it's too much, and not enough variation. All of these effects follow my execution time. So I adjust these faders to determine how fast I want fades to work. And then I also have a couple of other important things here. So I have my color effects speed here. I don't touch that very often. My pan tilt here, and then my dimmer here. These are just speed masters controlling those effects. I also have some white hits here, spots, desaturate by 20%, desaturate by 50%, washes, desaturate by 20% and 60%. And then these two macros right here I use very heavily. They turn off different groups of effects. So this resolve one turns off all of the ones that need to be stomped to stomp dimmer values. It's determined by a tag. And then full off turns off all the ones that do pan tilt or saturation variation. So a lot of times I'll hit both at the same time. Sometimes I'll do this one and then this one, changing the execution time in between, just whatever the case, so that when I'm in a big moment and I need to bring it down, I can hit those, lower my dimmer speed, lower my faders, everything kind of happens very neatly. I'm going to be making some videos showing me busking and talking through what I'm doing as well. So if you're interested in learning more about how I handle my busking, you can hear that with my commentary and everything. I will be talking through what I'm going to do, what I'm doing as I'm doing it, so you can see my process and how I use all of this in real life.